recording process for this album has actually been a lot of fun for me. Myself and Austin have been playing guitar for many years together, so we found that there was a lot of material that we've had from the past but haven't really ever done anything with. So we definitely made it a point to go back and find everything that we loved and make it as current as possible, and bring it to Desert Fish, apply it as best as we can. But the majority of the material we used for this album was definitely brand new. We would have songs that we had other chord structures to or lyrics to, but not have the full guitar parts to. So often we found ourselves just sitting in the studio and really messing with the notes and just find the perfect combination of what we wanted for the leads. And it was really a creative process where we could kind of just really piece things together ourselves. So for this album we used a lot of different guitars and equipment, so it might be easier if I just showed you. Alright, so this is all the equipment we used here for guitars on the album. I really enjoyed using all of the stuff. We have a nice diverse selection here. This one is my amp. We have the B52 AT100 tri-rectifier guitar head. It's really awesome because you can run it as tube amp or solid state, so you can get a lot of different tones from it. I got it paired with a 4x12 PD slant. This is what Austin used for the guitar. It is his Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. We ended up going with the sleeve cab on it as well, so we wouldn't have to run the tubes as hot, and it gave us a really balanced sound. It ended up sounding amazing. Our guitars we used for the album. This is Austin's again. It is his PRS-24 Custom SE guitar. We really enjoyed using this one for our thicker tones, distortions, or our higher leads. It really captures those really big, bold tones. So this one's Jon's baby. This one here is a 2017 Rosewood Neck Telecaster. This one's a really nice guitar because just recently making Rosewood guitars became illegal. So this one is kind of very, very custom and rare. It's got a really nice warm tone. We use that for the nice mild reggae sounds. This one here is my baby here. We got the Japanese 1970s Telecaster body mixed with a 1980s Fender Stratocaster neck. So the two combined is kind of like the best you can get of both worlds from Fender. So I really love this guitar.
Aside from the amps and the guitars, we used a fair amount of different pedals to get the right tones out of the guitars and out of the amps, and there was a big debate between whether we wanted this distortion pedal or we wanted the distortion off of the head. We used a couple different flashback delays. We used the Line 6 pod for some DIs, the Avid 11 rack for some different DIs. And then there was a debate about, like, with the delays, with the flashback, if we were going to do delays on the way in or if we were going to use some different plugins like Isotope to do the delays after the fact and really try to dial in some of the actual the delays and how long they were going to be for like the chucks and stuff. And then in like the lead and Ivory Free, I know we used the flashback delay and it almost created like a reverb sound. So we really liked that. There was a lot of back and forth, just testing things out.
There's a lot of messing around with things.
Yeah.
There was a couple things, like you said, we came up with in the studio that weren't, there were accidents, it just happened as we were kind of playing with everything. So like Austin said in the last video, he said for every hour we actually spent tracking the guitar, we spent trying to figure shit out and playing with different things, like you said, the different plugins between the amp head and the pedal boards as well. So it was fun trying to messing around with that and getting that aspect of it.
So that's all the guitars and equipment we used for this album. I really enjoyed getting to play with all these tools here.
What, John, you talking shit, dude?
What are you doing?
Trying to find those little new lead that we've never done before. I don't know.
Douche. Dylan, you talking shit?
Talking shit, man.
What? Bitch!
Turn your shit off.
Okay. So on this album it was kind of exciting. I got to do something new, which was play the guitar for the first time on a track. Normally what I do is I'm the vocalist, bass player, and ukulele as well. And it was just it was kind of cool to expand the horizons. I never really had a background in guitar. I started on bass, moved to ukulele, and then got into vocals. So that was kind of where I came from. And luckily Austin and Dylan, they're amazing guitar players, so I got to learn from them, and they taught me a lot when it came to this track.
Yeah, it was really cool just having Nick play guitar on one of the tracks on this record. It was, like you said, it was a fun new experience for him, and it was cool for me just to get to track it out and sort of, we'd have, I think we did that, we did Guitar Day, just me and you when we were sitting there. and it was really cool just to sit there and watch that sort of new form of expression sort of come out. So during this record, when we were recording, something happened at work for me. Actually, I ended up having a type 1 radial head fracture in my left elbow, so I had to go through a couple of weeks just recording with a sling on and in a cast. It kind of put a little bit of a damper on the process, but I was able to push through it, and obviously we're continuing to move on with this record, and I've been able to play drums again now. I'm very excited to be back behind my kit and using my left arm. Yeah, getting back in the swing of things, getting my arm strength back, and should be ready to go for these next shows for this year.
Alright, John's
number 1.
decently hot.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna get worse. Just pepper number 2. A little bigger. I felt that one in my nose a little bit.
Yeah.
That was good. I think I forgot to get 3. Okay, that one's kinda hot.
That one's hot.
That one's a lot.
Yeah. Woo. So the greatest part of recording to me is really just getting together with my bandmates and creating something that's completely new. It's so crazy sometimes getting from point A to point B, from taking just a minor chord bass or some small amount of lyrics and turning it into these fully produced songs that we have by the end of the album. And it really takes a certain select, group of people to get the music exactly where all 4 people want it to be. And so for me, the hardest part of recording is getting 4 different people, sometimes more if you're trying to get more artists in. We have a few features on our album, and just getting everybody to really agree on what is best sounding for the band. There's so many creative aspects that you can explore, getting everyone on the exact same page and getting everyone to line up and be like, damn, this is exactly what we wanted for this song. Sometimes it's very frustrating and a very difficult process, but in the end, that's how you get the best sounding finished product possible.
I want to let you know we have a show March 14th with Hyrie and Dubious and 4-piece band. We're also going to be playing with our really good friends Violent Out.
Tickets are $15, shows at the Rock. If you need tickets, you can hit us up on any social media site, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. We'll make sure we get one out to you.
Thanks again for keeping up with our studio updates. We'll have another one coming at you guys soon.
We appreciate all your love and support. We're excited to see you out at the next show, and much love.
Peace. Example of that delay there is done on the pedal. It almost feels like a reverb.
Take the glass off of this.
Take them off?
Yeah.
I can't see.
Oh, it might just be easier for so.
I don't know.
This is revolution.
It says Dillon.
In Desert Fish,
Unfortunately, though, I was a okay.
That. Fuck, man, I hate that transition.
It's not bad. Works. Alright, what are our questions there, sir?